Well, many questions surround student loans right now as the Trump administration is considering getting rid of the Department of Education. Borrowers are wondering how that will impact repayment and the agreed upon terms. We brought in an expert to break it down for you. Betsy Mayotte, president of the Institute of Student Loan Advisors, is with us. All right, so there's been all kinds of talk going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm sure you're fielding all kinds of questions, and you are dealing with some people that are really kind of like anxious about this.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, things are really chaotic right now, and there's a lot of rumors and innuendo and so on. But let's talk about the Department of Education. First of all, they've been talking about getting rid of the Department of Education since the Reagan administration. For what it's worth, I actually don't think that that's going to happen now either. But let's say it does. If you're a federal student loan borrower, all that's going to mean to you is a different agency is going to have oversight of your loans. In fact, the current servicers probably won't even change. So the interest rate of your loan isn't going to change. The terms and conditions of the loans aren't going to change. It'll just mean that probably Treasury will be doing the oversight for the loans rather than the Department of Education.
All right, there's a lot of people on different other social media sites that are like, hey, with the dismantling of the Department of Education, it means that your student loans, you're not going to have to pay them back. And you say what to all of those fun social media posts?
Oh, sweet summer child is what I say to that. I mean, so that's the flip side of the rumors and innuendo that are going around. If the Department of Ed goes away, we don't have to pay our loans back. Well, no, again, all it means is that a different agency is going to be providing the oversight for them. The loans aren't owed to the Department of Education. The loans are owed to the U.S. taxpayer. So again, you'll still owe them, but the terms and conditions aren't going to change if the agency that provides the oversight changes.
There were some people who were saying, hey, just in case anything happens or there's like chaos switching from one place to the next, you should go and take like some screenshots of your loan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't anticipate there would be any like data issues moving from the Department of Ed to Treasury. My guess is they take the same systems and use the same systems over there. But it certainly doesn't hurt to take screenshots of your current information.
All right, and so there is that one spot where everyone should go. And people are going to get all kinds of texts and emails and phone calls saying, oh, let us help you now that the Department of Education may be up in the air. But really, there's only one place that they should go.
Well, I'm going to say two.
Okay.
Studentaid.gov, which is the Department of Ed's website. But if you want a neutral third party to ask questions to, there's shameless plug, our organization, which is freestudentloanadvice.org. And as the website says, it's always free to consumers.
Okay. Yep. All right. So two places that you can go. All right. So a lot of times people will say, all right, what about the loan forgiveness for those folks who have been paying for more than 20 years? That had kind of been automatic the last couple of years. Will that continue on?
Now, that's a good question. So there's been some court litigation around the SAVE plan. You and I have talked about it before. And there was a ruling yesterday about the current injunction. So in other words, the case hasn't been fully litigated yet, but an appeals court did discuss the current injunction blocking the SAVE plan. They also talked about the forgiveness component of some of the income-driven plans, pay-as-you-earn, income contingent repayment, and of course, SAVE. And based on that language in that filing, the forgiveness component of those plans could also be at risk. Now, to be really, really clear about this does not impact PSLF at all. PSLF is not at risk under any of these court rulings, and frankly, even under Congress. But that's a story for another day. And whether you could still get on those payment plans is still a factor. You could still get on those payment plans. What is at risk is whether the balance would get forgiven after 20 or 25 years. Now, if the courts do decide that that is the case, there's still a lot of questions. Would people that have been on those plans be grandfathered in? Is one of the big questions. What would they do with those borrowers that might have already hit that 20 or 25-year threshold? What is not at risk as far as the income-driven plans go is the plan called income-based repayment. That forgiveness component is still there. So for people that are worried, one thing you can do is maybe switch into IBR from the plan that you're on.
The income-based, okay. And in the meantime, continue to pay your student loans because they are still due no matter whether the Department of Education exists or not.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for your time and your expertise and for making a complicated situation a little bit clearer. We appreciate it. If you missed any of this, maybe you need to send this interview to somebody. It's going to be in the Who Wants to Know section of our website.